Oke, jadi di sini kosakata repeat after me, ulangi setelah saya. Hari raya.
Hari
Hari
Raya.
Raya.
Hari Raya.
Oke. Hari merayakan.
Merayakan
Kemerdekaan.
kemerdekaan.
Lomba. Upacara. Berjuang. Perang. Karnaval. Peringatan. Pahlawan. Tirakatan. Hari raya. Repeat, sorry. Hari raya.
Hari Raya.
Big day. Merayakan, celebrating, kemerdekaan, independence, lomba, festival, upacara, seremoni, berjuang, fight, perang, war, karnaval, peringatan, how do you say, warning, but I guess it's not the exact translation. I will find out later. Pahlawan, veteran. Tirakatan, this is a very old Indonesian word. Tirakatan, it's very formal. I will find it out. Tirakatan. Tirakatan is derived from the Arabic word. Oh, tirakatan is kind of like fasting. Oh yeah, so tirakatan is here. It's called one of the tradition in Yogyakarta. That tirakatan is the night before Independence Day of Indonesia. So they are doing tirakatan. So tirakatan is kind of like fasting here. And then I think this is very special for Yogyakarta because this is I find out in Google. It is specially happen in Yogyakarta. I just know it, tirakatan. Dalam rangka memperingati kepada masyarakat Kauman dan Bumi Yogyakarta. So this is for the specific community, Kauman community and Melangi Yogyakarta. They are doing tirakatan a night before the Independence Day of Indonesia. Well. And then this is strukturnya. Selamat pagi, selamat datang, masuklah, bukalah buku Anda halaman 2 dan bacalah cerita tentang pahlawan itu. Berjuanglah untuk kemerdekaan. So for this struktur, untuk membaca struktur ini saya akan mengundang pertama-tama, bentar, kelihatan, Safi Nubhat. Kepada saudara Safi Nubahat, dipersilahkan untuk membaca nomor 1, nomor 2 Muhammad, nomor 3 Alexandra, nomor 4 Fatia, nomor 5 Irfan Khan, nomor 6 Ahmed Al-Awami. Kepada saudara yang disebutkan namanya, silahkan membaca. Nomor 7 siapa ya? Safiera Maka. Dan artinya ya.
Iya, Ibu, ada saudara saya.
Apa? Iya, Safi Nubhat. Aduh. Dengan begini deh. Ya, kepada saudara Safi Nubhat, dipersilahkan. Ya, so we can't hear your voice. Kami tidak bisa mendengar suara Anda, Safi Nubhat.
Yeah, my connection is so bad right now.
Ya, kalau begitu dilanjutkan aja, enggak apa-apa.
Okay.
Ya. Safi Nubhat. Safi Nubhat, can you read that number 1 or still you have?
Iya, selamat pagi, selamat datang, masuklah. Bukalah buku Anda halaman 2 dan bacalah cerita tentang pahlawan itu. Berjuanglah untuk kemerdekaan.
Oke. Terima kasih, Safi. Selanjutnya yang telah disebutkan namanya that I have mentioned the name, his or her name, please. Times for you. Ya, silahkan. Siapa tadi ya? Has anyone remember for number 2? Ada yang ingat nomor 2 siapa tadi? Iya, Muhammad. Silahkan.
Lompalah acara yang ditunggu anak-anak.
Ditunggu.
Anak-anak. Merdekalah tujuan dari semua perjuangan pahlawan itu. Belajarlah tugas buku murid.
Oke. Lombalah acara yang ditunggu anak-anak. So, competition is the event that was voided by children. Merdekalah tujuan dari semua perjuangan pahlawan itu. Independence is the goal of all
hero
veterans.
struggle.
Yeah, or hero struggle or belajarlah tugas pokok murid. Learning is the duty of students or yeah. Selamat pagi, selamat datang, masuklah. Everybody understand number 1 in English?
Yeah.
Okay, that's everybody. Number 3.
Ya.
Okay.
Sesudah bertahun-tahun berjuang melawan penjajah, merdeka bangsa ini.
Merdekalah.
Merdekalah bangsa ini.
Okay.
Untuk mempertahankan bangsanya, peranglah mereka.
Yeah.
Mendengar suara lomba akan dimulai, berangkatlah anak-anak ke lapangan.
Lapangan, okay.
Lapangan.
After years of fighting for the colonialization, merdekalah bangsa ini. This country became independent. Finally independence. Untuk mempertahankan bangsanya, peranglah mereka. Like to defend their country, they decided to war. Mendengar suara lomba akan dimulai, berangkatlah anak-anak ke lapangan. Hearing lomba, what is that? Competitions was started, so we use a past simple. Berangkatlah anak-anak ke lapangan. Berangkat. Children went to field. Number 4.
Sorry, can I ask?
Yep.
Lomba is competition or festival, or it's kind of something between?
You can say inside the lomba there is competition, there is festival, but a lot of times lomba is competitions.
Okay.
But
Terima kasih.
we, especially for my generation, instead of using lomba, we like to use kompetisi. Kompetisi sepak bola, kompetisi tenis, kompetisi badminton. So badminton and sepak bola is a very kind of like a very high, very favorite kompetisi or lomba.
Iya,
Number
terima
4.
kasih.
Sama-sama, Alexandra. Number 4. Who is number 4? Number 4 siapa ya? Tadi yang saya sebutkan ingat nggak? Did you remember that I mentioned the name of that I mentioned?
Sorry, my internet connection is not stable.
Okay. Savia Ramaka.
I'm number 4.
Yep.
I'm number 4.
Which one? Fatia or Savia Ramaka?
Sudahkah anak?
Oke, silahkan. Ya.
Sudahkah anak-anak belajar untuk ujian besok? Akankah ada pahlawan nasional yang baru? Bolehkah masyarakat tidak membuat tirakatan?
Sudahkah anak-anak belajar untuk ujian besok? Have children studied for exam tomorrow? Jadi sudahkah, it is translated into English have, because sudahkah is more in the present perfect mode. Akankah ada pahlawan nasional yang baru? Is there any new hero? New national hero? I think yes. For the Nobel Prize, if Indonesia has the Nobel Prize. Well, actually, I want to ask, is there any in your country the one who has Nobel Prize? Like, I think German has a lot of Nobel Prize awardee.
I think most of the countries in Europe have those winning the Nobel Peace Prize for them.
Oh yeah, especially for science domain.
Yes, yes.
Because in Indonesia, I just know Baharudin Yusuf Habibie. He kind of like has a lot of patent in aeroplane and space. Yeah. For number 5, who has the responsibility to discuss number 5? Who is for number 5? I forgot. Did anyone remember for number 5? Siapa ya nomor 5? Ayo, siapa? Yang saya sebutkan tadi. Who has responsibility to read number 5 that I mentioned before?
If there is no one, I can read it.
Okay, yeah, you can read it, Nurul Huda.
Yeah. Kapanka kemerdekaan RI diproklamasikan.
Ya, bagus.
Bagaimana perjuangan pahlawan pada waktu itu? Berapa lamakah mereka berjuang untuk kemerdekaan?
Ya, bagus. Kapankah kemerdekaan RI diproklamasikan? When did Indonesian independence was declared. It was at 17 August 1945. Bagaimanakah perjuangan pahlawan pada waktu itu? How did hero take this independence? By fighting. Berapa lamakah mereka berjuang untuk kemerdekaan? For how long did they fight for independence? For more than 350
50 years.
Yeah, more than it. But well, actually, one of the kind of like the weakness of let's say Indonesian people in the past is there are a lot of ethnicities. I mean, when you like which every ethnic it has their own kingdom. Let's say Bimanis kingdom, Sumbawa kingdom, Sasak kingdom, and then Javanese kingdom is concentrated in the central Java, especially in Yogyakarta, Sumatra kingdom, and then Makassar kingdom, Goa kingdom. So it's kind of like when the miscommunication between one kingdom to the next kingdom, so it will create how do you say something
Friction.
Yeah, friction. So those kind of friction is really easily used by the one who has interest in it. Number 6, who has responsibility to read for number 6?
Yeah, it's me.
Yeah, Ahmed Al-Awami, time is yours.
Oke. Siapa saja bisa datang ke tirakatan itu. Siapapun bisa datang ke tirakatan itu. Di mana saja mereka berperang melawan penjajah, dimanapun mereka berperang melawan penjajah.
Oke, siapa saja yang bisa datang ke tirakatan itu? Who can come in that tirakatan? So I will find out because I'm afraid if I mistranslate tirakatan. Tirakatan. Oh, Safiara. Tirakatan. So this is. Oh. So tirakatan is a tradition that, how do you say, held by several, let's say several ethnics. Usually this is held by Japanese. And then this tirakatan is specific for the night before Independence Day. So every single year, Keraton Java, they held tirakatan. But well, actually in my ethnic, in Bimanes, they don't held tirakatan. Siapapun bisa datang ke tirakatan itu. Anyone can come to tirakatan, di mana saja mereka berperang melawan penjajah, wherever they fight they war to fight the colonial. Dimanapun mereka berperang melawan penjajah. Yeah. Number 7. Who has responsibility to read number 7?
Me.
Oke, terima kasih.
Lomba untuk anak-anak bisa, lomba untuk dewasa pun bisa. Ke BNS saya suka, ke Jatim Park pun saya suka.
Okay.
Which translates to competitions for children can be competitions for adults. Adults can participate in it too. And I like BNS and I like Jatim Park as well.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Your Indonesian language. Your bahasa is very good and English too. Okay, so di sini ada listening, dengaran mengenai peringatan 17 Agustus. Dan untuk membaca paragraf 1, saya akan mengundang Saudara Jonathan, sekaligus penerjemahannya oleh Jonathan sendiri. Kepada Saudara Jonathan dipersilahkan.
Oke. Tanggal 17 Agustus. Sorry?
17
Agustus adalah hari yang istimewa untuk bangsa Indonesia karena pada hari itu negara Republik Indonesia merayakan hari kemerdekaannya tanggal 17 Agustus juga menjadi hari libur nasional. Banyak kegiatan yang dilakukan oleh masyarakat Indonesia untuk menyambut hari istimewa ini. Masyarakat mengadakan berbagai lomba. Panjat.
I think this is for the paragraph 1. Please translate.
Okay, we'll try.
Ya, silakan diterjemahkan, Saudara Jonathan.
Yes, it will be like a 17 August is a special day for the people, Indonesia people, because it is the day where they celebrate the Republic Day, or
because that day Republic of Indonesia celebrate their Independence Day.
Oh yes, 17 August is also a national festing.
Without
Many activities.
Okay, continue.
Many activities are celebrating in the community, in the Indonesian community, to give the welcome to that special day. And also the community do many it is festivals or competitions.
Okay, ya. Thank you. Terima kasih Saudara Jonathan Murilo. Pasti di situ jam 1:30 malam ya?
Sama-sama.
Pasti di situ jam 1:30 malam ya? So it must be 1:30 a.m., right?
Oh iya ya. Ini saya lagi cari jurnalnya sekitar. Ya.
Hello.
Oke, sip. Apa
Jonathan, apakah di situ jam 2 malam?
Yes,
apa
Is there 2 p.m. 2 a.m.?
No, here's midnight. Almost
Yeah.
midnight.
Yeah, midnight, but what time is there?
11
Oh, jam
p.m.
11.
43
Oh,
minutes.
oh ya.
Yes.
So, selanjutnya saudara siapa ya? Oh, yang sedikit. Saudara Alexandra.
Oh ya. Panjat pinanglah lomba yang sangat disukai semua orang. Tapi yang paling penting, paling sakral dan wajib hukumnya adalah upacara.
Oke.
Panjat, tidak tahu. Panjat ini apa?
Climbing.
Climbing, like
Pinang tree.
Sama kayak apa?
Climbing.
Sarang gitu ya.
Pinang.
Climbing tree. Ya, tree.
Pinang.
Pinang tree.
Yeah.
Beetle.
It's competition which people really like. But the most painting, tidak tahu.
Important.
But the most important, the most like spiritual and wajib.
Wajibun, it means must or have to do.
Like the must. Hukumnya, juga tidak tahu.
Wajib hukumnya, it means that must to do. Yeah, it's okay.
So like this climbing is the most important activities in this day.
No, it is not climbing the tree, but it is one of the kind of competition that exists in the Independence Day of
Like another
Indonesia. What?
Another one, not climbing, but which one?
It's a ceremony. Yang paling penting, paling selalu adalah seremoni, upacara. So, okay, let me translate it. Panjat pinanglah lomba yang sangat disukai semua orang. Climbing the tree is one of the competitions that the most liked by the people, by the folk. But the most important and sacral, and it must be held in the Independence Day is ceremony. So this is like the kind of like ceremony in Independence Day where every single students from every province. So Indonesia, it consists of 33 or 34 province, or in the United States, it's like a state. In Indonesia, we call it province. So there are 30 students, they kind of like doing, they are doing, how do you say, ceremony in the, apa namanya, itu yang di Bogor itu, kediaman presiden di Bogor. They are doing that in the house of, the, how do you say, the formal house of presidency in Bogor. And then this is kind of like a upacara. But it's not also it is not only held in the Bogor, but also it's held in every formal house of governor in every province. Do you get my point? So there are two things here: panjat pinang, climbing a tree pinang, and then upacara. So climbing tree pinangs is a very the most liked by the folks in Indonesia, and then upacara is a must. Dipahami semuanya? Do you get my point, guys?
Iya.
Oke, semua, Safiera, Sandra, Irfan, Muhammad, Fatia, dipahami ya? Jonathan, Ahmed, Nurul Huda, dipahami ya?
Ya, paham.
Oke. Apalagi ya ini ya? Oke, siapa ya? Oh, Nurul Huda, paragraf nomor 3.
Di Indonesia mulai awal Agustus sudah banyak orang yang menjual bendera dan hiasan-hiasan untuk pesta besar ini. Setiap rumah juga mengibarkan bendera di depan rumahnya. Merah putihlah bendera kebanggaan masyarakat Indonesia. Warna merah berarti berani dan putih berarti warna merah berarti berani dan putih berarti suci. Lagu-lagu perjuangan juga bisa didengar di mana-mana, di mall, dan bahkan diangkut pun bisa.
Okay, yeah.
In Indonesia, since the beginning of August, many people are selling
Bendera.
Bandera?
This is it, bendera.
Oh, the flag.
Yeah.
Are selling the flags. For this party or festival.
Hiasan. What is that? Decorations.
Oh yeah. So many people are selling flags and decorations for the big party
For the
ceremony.
Yep.
Each house also has a flag in front of the house. Red and white is the flag for pride for Indonesian people.
Yes, good.
Red color and means Birani. What does Birani mean? Birani.
Does anyone know what does mean berani?
Bold.
Yes, so red means bold and white means
brave. Berani is brave.
Brave.
Yeah. So red is associated with braveness.
And white means
pureness. White is pure. White is pure.
Yeah.
Or
so
sacral.
That means brave and white means pure. Lagu-lagu and songs, national songs, is it like this, are heard everywhere.
How do you say perjuangan, struggles, songs?
Yeah, struggle song can be heard everywhere.
Can be heard
in malls and in public transportation.
Good, terima kasih. Kepada saudara Safiara Meka dipersilakan untuk membaca paragraf selanjutnya. Oh, I think this is too long. Safiara Meka kemudian sampai adakan yang mereka adakan. Can you hear the cursor, the red cursor that move?
Yeah.
There is okay. Safiara Meka sampai sini. Kemudian Sandra will continue kadang-kadang sampai untuk kemerdekaan. Sandra, are you ready? Sandra, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Oke, kepada saudara Safiara Meka, waktu dan tempat dipersilahkan.
1 minggu sebelum hari istimewa ini, lomba-lomba diadakan di mana-mana. Lomba untuk anak ada untuk dewasa ada, untuk ibu-ibu ada, bahkan untuk bapak pun ada. Semua desa juga berlomba untuk membuat acara yang meriah. Kemeriahan setiap desa tergantung pada banyaknya lomba yang mereka adakan.
Okay, translate it please. Terjemahkan. Tolong terjemahkan.
Okay. 1 week before this special day, they hold competitions everywhere. There are competitions for children, for adults, and for mothers, even for fathers. All villages competing to create this festive event, and the excitement of each village depends on the number of competitions they hold.
Wow. Thank you, Safia Ramaka. Terima kasih ya. Selanjutnya Sandra.
Okay. Kadang-kadang untuk membuat suasana yang lebih meriah, mereka membuat pesta malam tirikatan, yaitu pesta pada malam sebelum 17 Agustus dengan menu dengan penyanyi dan kelompok musik. Sebetulnya di kontes Jawa tirakat dimaksudkan untuk prihatin, tapi kata tirakat sekarang dimaknai sebagai sarana untuk mengingat apa yang sudah dilakukan oleh pahlawan yang berjuang untuk kemerdekaan.
Oke, terima kasih. Lanjutkan Sandra, terjemahkan, tolong.
Okay. It's to make the atmosphere more festive, like, yeah. They organize a mock party.
Tirakatan. Just say tirakatan party.
Okay, but yeah, they organize a party a night before 17 August. They invite singers and musical groups. Actually, in Javanese context, tirakat is meant to be concerned, but the word tirakat is now interpreted as a means to remember what the heroes who fought for independence has done.
Okay, you have to add kadang-kadang, sometimes, in the to create a specific atmosphere, or more, how do you say, more crowded. They made tirakatan night. Well, actually, when I see in the Google, tirakat, it's derived from Arabic word, which it means fasting before going to war, and then but it is kind of like decrease in the term of how do you say, in the term of meaning nowadays, because they are kind of like celebrating by inviting singer and then musical groups, and then but it is restored nowadays again. It is restored again by kind of like night of silence maybe. So for the next paragraph, I will invite siapa yo? Tidiane Guindo. Tidiane Guindo, silahkan membaca paragraf yang ini di sekolah sampai sebagainya dan menerjemahkan juga. Ini you translate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where I can start?
Di sekolah pun pelajaran tidak berjalan seperti biasanya.
Oke. Di sekolah pun pelajaran tidak berjalan seperti biasanya. Sekolah juga memakai beberapa hari untuk mengadakan lumba-lumba yang disesuaikan dengan kondisi sekolah. Ada juga yang mengadakan lomba pidato bahasa Inggris.
Bahasa Inggris.
Bahasa Inggris.
Bahasa
Inggris. Lomba menyanyi dan sebagainya. Pada
sorry, stop.
Okay.
Okay. You translate in English.
At this school, he start
pelajaran.
Study.
Lesson.
Pun. What does mean pun?
Pun is you loosely translate it into juga or two.
Okay. At school, they also study.
No, at the school lesson is not run as usual. Too, but it is, if it's you translate it into English, you don't like using wordy translation. Do you understand my point?
Okay. Yes. At school, they study
lesson, not study, because pelajaran is lesson. Pelajaran 4, lesson 4, pelajaran 5, lesson 5.
Okay, they study lesson and they cannot.
It is not run as usual or as a normal.
Okay, they usually study. No, it's not that.
Yeah, like this. Okay, let me translate for the first sentence. In the school, the lesson is not running as normal way. Okay? Understood?
Oh yeah. Yes.
Okay. Please continue for sentence number 2.
Sekolah juga memakai.
No. This is upacara bendera diadakan. Oh, sorry. This is it. Sorry. Sekolah juga memakai beberapa hari untuk mengadakan lomba-lomba. Ya, please.
Okay. school have also today very hard for the discussion with the teacher.
Okay, let me correct it. Sekolah juga memakai beberapa hari untuk mengadakan lomba-lomba yang disesuaikan dengan kondisi sekolah. Sekolah also held or use several days to held competition that correlate with the situation in the school. You get my point? Sekolah, school,
Yes.
also use several days in working days to held several competitions that have connection or that relate with the conditions of the school. For example, in the school that nearby mountain, so they held competition, for example, to find out vegetables in forest. And then school that nearby shore, so they held competition kind of like swimming, like that. And then school nearby city, so the principal will arrange to cleaning the city, for example, like that.
Okay.
Okay, continue for the third sentence.
There is also a competition. There is also English language competition.
English speech, pidato speech competition.
English speak competition.
English speech competition, lomba berpidato bahasa Inggris.
Okay, English speech competition.
Speech, pidato.
Okay, speech. And Minyani?
Good. What is it in English? Sing competition.
Wow, okay. And also sing competition and
So on.
Yeah, and so on.
Okay, and so on.
Ya, terima kasih saudara Tidiane. Kepada saudara siapa ya selanjutnya? Nurul Huda, have you read for this paragraph? Okay, Nurul Huda.
Should I?
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Okay, I think Fatia Hasan, have you for this paragraph?
I haven't.
Oke, waktu dan tempat dipersilahkan.
Pada tanggal 17 Agustus, semua murid harus mengikuti upacara bendera. Upacara bendera diadakan di banyak tempat termasuk sekolah-sekolah, satu kepala kecamatan, kabupaten, dan juga di Istana Merdeka. Upacara adalah kipas upacara pada pagi hari untuk pengibaran bendera dan pada sore hari untuk penurunan bendera.
Oke. Untuk menerjemahkan, silahkan Saudara Fatia Hasan.
Translate.
Yeah, to translate it.
On 17th August, all the students must attend the flag ceremony. The flag ceremonies are held in many different places, including schools, office of head of the village, sub-districts, districts, province, and also the palace of Merdeka. And the leader of the ceremony is the head of these groups or agencies.
Yeah.
The ceremony is done in the morning, and the flag is raised, and in the afternoon,
Yeah. Continue.
Other paragraph?
No. What is the pengibaran bendera? It's kind of like making the flag up on the air. What do you translate it? I find out it's kind of like hosting on the air.
In the morning, the flag is raised.
Yeah, raised up.
The flag is lowered.
Yeah, or kind of like a flag drop down. So, Tidiane, could you please move it? I'll ask you to move it. Tidiane, could you please mute your video? Okay, thank you, Tidiane. For waktu pengibaran bendera, let's see. Irfan Khan, time is yours. Pada waktu pengibaran dan penurunan bendera. Irfan Khan. Irfan Khan bisa mendengar suara saya? Kalau tidak bisa, saya akan menyuruh Saudara Ahmed Al-Awami.
Irfan Khan sent on the chat that he has problem with his microphone.
Oh yeah. What did he chat? Madam, I can hear you, but I think I have problem in my microphone. Madam, sorry, I have problem in my microphone. Okay, what are you going to do if you can't hear me? Maybe you can see our recording after this. Ahmed Al-Awami, time is yours?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Pada waktu pembaharan dan penurunan bendera kelompok Hadawan suara atau suara atau musik menyanyikan lagu raya sudah pengibaran dan sebelum penurunan kelompok Hadawan suara juga menyanyikan lagu-lagu perjuangan biasanya stasiun televisi akan menyiarkan acara ini secara langsung.
Silakan menerjemahkan. I feel sorry for Irfan Khan. I hope your microphone will work as soon as possible. Ya, Ahmed Alawami, silakan menerjemahkan.
Yes. While raising and lowering the flag of the head of the group flag.
A group of vocal.
Yeah, a group of vocal.
Or music.
And music singing the Indonesian the Indonesian Raya, which I think
are singing a song of lagu of Indonesia Raya.
Okay. After rising and before roaring, usually the group sing songs of
struggle songs.
Yeah, struggle songs, and television stations will
usually, biasanya.
Yeah, biasa usually television stations broadcast the ceremony live.
Ya, terima kasih kepada saudara Ahmed.
Sama-sama.
So yeah, this is it. Congratulations for you all, guys. Yep. Thank you for reading this. Independence Day of Indonesia, peringatan 17 Agustus. So when I was child until now, the reason why I open a television channel is I just want to watch like the representative of students in every single province, because when they back to their province, they are going to be an artist because they can represent their school, their province to be in this particular occasion, especially ceremony of Independence Day on Istana Kerajaan Bogor, the palace of kingdom in Bogor, or presidency place in Bogor. So another that besides or on other occasion, I just like watch YouTube instead of television. So catatan tata bahasa. So this is grammatical notes. For your information, Indonesian people tend to use or prefer to use passive voice instead of active voice because yeah, simple, because we are Asia, especially eastern part of Asia, yeah, southern eastern Asia, where people more show politeness instead of like to say that this is I am, like that. So orang Indonesia sering memakai pasif dengan alasan Indonesian people get used to practicing passive voice with several reasons. First, here is mereka merasa lebih sopan karena yang menjadi fokus adalah objek bukan subjek. Jadi they feel it is more polite because the focus of the sentence or the focus of the topic is the object, not the subject itself. So, and then it's usually common also in Indonesia when she or he become, for example, chef, and then the winner of the chef or the one who really expert on it, they tend to use that I am newbie or I am junior instead of I am senior. So maybe for me, to me, it's kind of like quite difficult when I try to speak English, which when you speak English, you have to be really show yourself rather than like more, how do you say, more, yeah, more using Indonesian perspective or Indonesian culture, bisa untuk menyembunyikan pelaku, so it is to hiding the actor. So kalimat aktif yang bisa menjadi kalimat pasif adalah kalimat aktif transitif, kalimat aktif yang mempunyai objek. So in Indonesian language, the active voice that can be changed or can be changed into passive is active transitive or transitive verb, because transitive verb need object. I think it's also have the same structure in English. Pasif D, kalimat pasif dengan affix D. So affix is affixation. Affix is the word that is can be add in front of the free morphem. So in English we can say there are two morphem, bound morphem and free morphem. So bound morphem is a morphem that can be attached with other words in order to make the bound morphem more valuable or more valuable. For example, bound morphem in Indonesia is like affix D, affix me. So misalnya D, there are two kinds of D in Indonesia. D for the word two-point place, like di kota, di space kota, di spasi kota, or D to explains about D for the conjunction, like this. Let me write down. Di kota. So this D in this word is D for place. And then D in this word is D for conjunction in Indonesia. Oh. So we loosely translated into Indonesia kata sambung, like that. So di and then free morphem, kata dasar, like that. Misalnya, for example, ajar is kata dasar, and mengajar is imbuhan or affixation. Ajar, and then we have affix me, and then suffix. Suffix is kan, mengajarkan. Suffix atau kata akhiran, kan. Me is affix, i is suffix or kata akhiran i, mengajari. So we have basic word like ajar, mengajar is teaching, mengajarkan is noun, mengajar is verb, mengajarkan is noun, mengajari is verb, diajar is for kalimat pasif or for passive voice, diajar is was taught, diajarkan taught, diajari was taught. Dipahami penjelasan saya? Can you understand my explanation? Semua?
Kira-kira, tapi susah.
Yeah, but you will, how do you say, you will understand along the way while you are studying Bahasa Indonesia, because it has the same structure with English, like subject, verb, object. In the English has the same structure like that, and Indonesia also has the same structure like that. Except several traditional language in Indonesia, it has structure like this: subject, object. It's kind of like, if I'm not mistaken, like Japanese maybe, or like several Arabic. This is Indonesian, and also okay. Nah, ini penjelasan selanjutnya. Kalimat pasif di dipakai ketika subjek dalam kalimat aktif. Oh, can you hear my voice? Okay. So here we have kalimat pasif dipakai ketika subjek dalam kalimat aktif nama orang. Let me translate it. Passive voice, it is used when the subject in the sentence is a proper name. Name of nation, name of institution, or personal pronoun, dia dan mereka. For example, masyarakat membuat banyak hiasan untuk peringatan 17 Agustus. Folks made many decoration for Independence Days of 17 Agustus. Banyak hiasan untuk peringatan 17 Agustus dibuat oleh masyarakat. So this is passive voice of the sentence masyarakat membuat. So because why we can change the first sentence become passive voice, because the first sentence has its object. The object is banyak hiasan. Many decorations for the Independence Days of 17 August was made or is made by folks, oleh people, masyarakat. Understood? Dipahami? Tidiane, paham nggak penjelasan saya?
No, not very well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope you can. And then I pray you can paham. Jonathan, paham penjelasan saya?
A little bit.
Saviera? Saviera Maka?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Muhammad, paham? Fatia Hasan, paham? Irfan Khan, paham? Nurul Huda, paham?
Yeah.
Okay. Alexandra, paham?
Ya, mengerti.
Iya. Sukarelawan Peace Corps mengajar murid-murid SMP. So, what is the object in this third sentence? Sukarelawan Peace Corps mengajar murid-murid SMP. Tidiane, what is the object of the third sentence? Tidiane? Okay, Tidiane, what is the object of this sentence? Sukarelawan Peace Corps mengajar murid-murid SMP.
The object is murid-murid SP.
Yeah, excellent, good. It is good.
Yeah.
Sukarelawan Peace Corps is the subject, mengajar is verb, murid-murid SMP is object. So when the sentence has its object, we can easily change the sentence become passive voice, right?
Yes, okay.
Yeah, thank you Tidiane. Excellent.
Sama-sama.
Murid-murid SMP diajar oleh sukarelawan Peace Corps. Peace Corps ini kan sudah bahasa Inggris ini kan. Jadi kita harusnya rubah dia menjadi perdamaian, korps perdamaian. Sukarelawan, volunteering, Peace Corps are teaching pupils or students, yeah, because this is a junior high school, so we use students instead of pupil. Junior high school student are taught by volunteering Peace Corps. Okay, what about Nurul Huda? For number 4, read it and then determine where is the subject, where is the verb, and where is the object.
Yeah.
Nurul Huda.
Sukarelawan Peace Corps mengajarkan bahasa Inggris kepada murid SMP. Subject sukarelawan. The object is bahasa Inggris. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the
Okay.
verb is the mengajarkan.
Okay, what about Saviera Meka? Bahasa Inggris diajarkan oleh sukarelawan. Read it, translate it, and determine where is the object and the subject. Saviera? Yeah. Yeah, time is yours.
Is it the third sentence? Fourth sentence?
It is the sixth sentence. Bahasa Inggris. Diajarkan.
Bahasa Inggris diajarkan oleh sukarelawan Piskop kepada murid SMP.
Yeah, translated.
Piskop volunteers
Tugasnya juga kan ini ada di slide ke kalian ya.
teach.
Into passive voice.
Oke.
Oh.
Untuk kuliah hari ini sertifikasi peneliti sentral yang
Yeah, number 6. Ajar is teach.
English is taught by Piskop volunteers to junior high school students.
Excellent, thank you. Number 7. Siapa ya number 7? Siapa yang mau? Ayo. Siapa yang mau number 7? Siapa yang mau? Fatia Hasan coba number 7.
Sukarelawan Piskop mengajar murid SMP bahasa Inggris dan volunteers of Piskops
mengajari. This is active voice.
Yeah, teaching students bahasa Inggris.
Bahasa Inggris is English, yeah. Thank you. Sandra, number 8. Murid SMP diajari bahasa Inggris oleh sukarelawan Peace Corps. It is Sandra.
Okay. Murid SMP diajari bahasa Inggris oleh sukarelawan Peace Corps. It means middle school students are taught English by Peace Corps volunteers.
Oke, terima kasih. Nomor 2, kalimat aktif dengan personal pronoun. So, for the number 2, we are going to discuss about the active sentence or active voice with the personal pronouns. Kalimat aktif personal pronoun dipakai ketika subjek dalam kalimat aktif adalah personal pronoun. Jadi here we have several personal pronouns. Yeah, pronoun. And then it is usually used in the kalimat aktif. And then, but also we are going to study about kalimat pasif or passive voice. So this is the example. Kami mengajar sukarelawan Peace Corps. We are teaching volunteering of Peace Corps. Sukarelawan Peace Corps, kami ajar. Volunteering of peace, volunteers of Peace Corps were taught by us. Kami ajar. Ya. Kalian mengajarkan bahasa Inggris kepada murid SMP. You are teaching English towards middle school students or junior high school students. Bahasa Inggris kalian ajarkan kepada murid SMP. You are teaching English to junior high school student. Mereka mengajari murid SMP bahasa Inggris. They are teaching junior high school students English. Murid SMP mereka ajari bahasa Inggris. Junior high school students, they teach English. They are teaching junior high school students. They are teaching English for junior high school students. Sorry. Nah, catatan budaya. So this is cultural notes. Ketika pengibaran dan penurunan bendera selalu diiringi lagu Indonesia Raya. When the rising up or hoisting Indonesian white and red flags, or the lower or the dropping of Indonesian white and red flags, it is always how do you say? It is always at the same time the vocal groups sing Indonesia Raya or the lagu nasional Indonesia, national song of Indonesia Raya. Demikian juga ketika ada acara resmi, and then it's also happen when the formal formal events like the rector open the meeting, like the dean open the meeting, or even a group of students who has authority to run the local organization in the faculty held the meeting. So they usually kind of like sounding lagu Indonesia Raya, and then the folks or the participants or the the floor is following the sound of lagu Indonesia Raya. Ketika lagu ini dinyanyikan, when this song is sang, semua orang yang hadir dalam acara resmi ini harus berdiri. All the peoples or all the participants are attending these events has to stand up, and then the song is like this. So maybe I will. My voice is not really good, so I'll find out Indonesia Raya, and then I will display the song Indonesia Raya. Come on, can you see the YouTube? Bisa lihat
Yes.
YouTube-nya?
Yes.
Indonesia tanah airku, tanah cinta. Lagu Indonesia Raya. I think this is it. I think the lyric. I think this is it. Irfan, selamat datang. Can you hear the voice of YouTube, or can you or cannot?
No.
No,
No.
okay. I will arrange this. It has share. Wait. Share computer. What about that? Can you hear the voice?
Yeah, now we can hear.
Yeah.
Okay, terima kasih. So, let me introduce lagu kebangsaan Indonesia, Indonesia Raya. It is usually sing when the formal events. Okay, what do you think about that song? It's very patriotic song. Okay. Bagaimana lagunya? It's very patriotic song. So here, can you hear my voice?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, okay. How do you think about that song? Bagaimana lagunya?
Beautiful.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you very much. Hi. So next we move to latihan. So we have latihan here. Latihan 1, exercise 1. Buatlah kalimat dengan memakai kata-kata di bawah ini. Please make sentence using the words below. Merayakan kemerdekaan, upacara pahlawan, lomba, berjuang, bendera, mengibarkan, rising up, meriah, peringatan. Latihan 2, isilah titik-titik di bawah ini. Fill the sentence using saja, juga, lah, kah, pun, meskipun, or walaupun. Merayakan. Okay, I will give example for number 1. Merayakan. Ana merayakan hari kemerdekaan di kampung halamannya. Ana is celebrating Independence Day of Indonesia in her hometown.
Gimana? Baru-baru ini tuh gimana?
Okay. For number 2, I will invite Tidiane Guindo.
Yes.
Okay, Tidiane Guindo. Waktu dan tempat kemerdekaan, independence.
I didn't understand you.
Yeah, independence. So you make a sentence using the word kemerdekaan or independence. Can you hear me? Or my voice is kind of like...
Yeah, yes, I hear you now. Saya lomba
itu kan baru-baru lagi.
Saya ikut lomba Hari Kemerdekaan di Bogor misalnya. Okay, Tidiane, this is the example of sentence by using word kemerdekaan. Saya ikut lomba Hari Kemerdekaan Indonesia di dekat asrama. I join, ikut lomba competitions of Independence Day, of Indonesian Independence Day near by my students' apartment.
Yes.
Okay. Number 3, I will invite Irfan. Irfan, can you hear my voice? Or do you still have issue with your microphone? If you have, if you still have issue with your microphone, I will invite Xaviera Maka for number 3. Please make a sentence by using word upacara. Safia Ramakat, can you hear my voice?
Yeah. Upacara.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay.
Upacara it has a class word in noun.
Ceremony.
Yeah, upacara. Yeah, good.
Okay, hold up.
Upacara.
Kami menghadiri upacara pengibaran bendera.
Bagus. Kami menghadiri upacara pengibaran bendera. What is translation into English?
We attended the flag raising ceremony.
Good. For number 4, we have noun pahlawan, and then I will invite Sandra for number 4 to make a sentence by using the word pahlawan.
Okay, one minute.
Sandra?
Yeah, sorry, I'm on it.
Number 5 or 4? Do you have any issue with your voice? Sandra? Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Is that number
Can you hear
4 or
me?
number 5? Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Pahlawan adalah orang-orang hebat.
I can hear you. I wake up there.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you exactly. It's very clear.
Okay.
Ngajar kayak mana? Itu mahasiswa itu. Lihat saya dulu mahasiswa.
Okay. Number 5.
Pahlawan adalah
Number 4, sorry.
Pahlawan adalah orang-orang hebat yang berjuang untuk negara.
Good. It's very good. And why sentence? Translate it, please.
Terima kasih. Okay. Heroes are great people who fought for the country.
Good. Well, Indonesian language is a very long sentence instead of English. It's very simple. Number 5. Number 5 siapa ya? Muhammad. Muhammad Al-Mogota. Kepada saudara Muhammad dipersilahkan untuk membuat kalimat dengan menggunakan kosakata lomba.
Okay. Saya mencoba tinggal di
Ya, lanjut.
Saya menonton lomba internasional di TV.
Lanjut. Mana tadi ya? Siapa ya tadi ya? Nomor 5 ya? Siapa? Oh, Muhammad.
Menonton lomba internasional di TV.
Can you hear Muhammad's voice, guys? Guys, can you hear Muhammad's voice? I can't hear his voice.
Yes, yes.
Okay. It means that my connection is not really working.
Yeah.
Muhammad, please. Lomba. Make a sentence
Yes.
by using the word lomba.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now clearly.
Saya menonton lomba internasional di TV.
Good. In English?
I watch international competition on TV.
I watch competition in television. Saya menonton lomba di TV.
Yes.
So here we have number 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 with those names. So Jonathan, time is yours. Nomor 6.
Oke.
Yeah.
Juan Santamaría sudah berjuang ke perang filibusteros.
Oke, coba diulangi.
It is like Juan Santamaría. The meaning of berjuang in English is yes, doing the filibusteros work.
Oh yeah. Could you please repeat it because it's quite like your voice not really loud.
Juan Santamaría sudah berjuang ke perang filibusteros.
Oh yeah. What is translation into English?
Juan Santamaría what's the meaning of berjuang in English?
Berjuang could be struggle, could be fighting. If it is in the war, it is fighting. If it is in the mental, it is struggle.
Yes.
Yeah. So fight.
He fight. Yes. In the filibusteros war.
Oh yeah, that's good. Thank you. That's a new word, new insight for me.
Yes, it is Costa Rica history.
Oh yeah, it is Costa Rica history. It's kind of like a hero. In what province?
Yes, he is a hero here in Costa Rica.
Yeah.
A national hero.
Well, actually, I have an idea. You have extra homework, guys. So, guys, in this class, especially in my class, you have extra homework. Make a hero or heroine story in your country that you most like. What do you think, Xavier Meka? Ortidiane, what do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like for me, I have a hero in Makassar, what we call Sultan Hasanuddin. Well, actually, and then in Sumbawa, we have Sultan Kaharudin. In Java, we have Pangeran Diponegoro or Diponegoro Prince. And then I will pick one hero that I will tell the story in Bahasa Indonesia and in English.
In English.
In Bahasa Indonesia, of course. But if
Yes.
you are kind of like confused with your Bahasa Indonesia, make it into English first. I mean, compile it into English first, and then you translate it into Bahasa Indonesia. Am I clear? Ahmed, am I clear with my instruction?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat it again, please?
Okay. So your homework is to choose one hero or heroine in your mythology, but I prefer in your Independence Day. I mean, for example, in Indonesia we have Pangeran Diponegoro, or we have Soekarno, or we have Muhammad Husni Tamrin that fight for independence. And then you tell his story. For example, I choose Muhammad Husni Tamrin. I tell his childhood, his youth, and then his struggle and his struggle to get Independence Days of Indonesia. That's before the Declaration of Independence Day. Do you get my point, Sandra?
Yes.
Or maybe it was, for example, before Independence Day, or 10 year or 100 year before Independence Day, kind of like using weapon like that. And then I have, for example, General Sudirman, Colonel of Sudirman. So for the next sentence, okay, I think that's all clear for the homework. For number 7, Irfan, can you hear us, Irfan? Okay, I think Irfan still has issue. Yeah, Irfan, number 7. Please make sentence by using word bendera. Guys, can you hear Irfan's voice?
No.
Tidak.
Oh, tidak. Kalau begitu diganti kepada saudari Ahmed Al-Awami, silahkan. Irfan, we are so sorry because we can't hear your voice. So I will mute you anyway. Ahmed Al-Awami, please replace Irfan's phone number 7.
Yes, okay.
Iya, kepada saudari Ahmed, silahkan.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
The word is bendera, yes? Okay. Warna bendera Yaman adalah merah, hitam, dan putih. Yeah, I can't hear you. Are muted, teacher.
Oh, sorry. Warna
Ya.
bendera Yaman adalah putih.
Ya, merah, putih dan hitam.
Oke, warna bendera Yaman adalah merah, putih, dan hitam. So it's like Indonesia, but it's have additional black, right?
Yeah, it has red and white and black.
Okay.
Yeah.
Please translate it into English.
Yeah. The color of the Yemen flag is red, white, and black.
Okay, good. Number 8. Alexandra, terima kasih, Ahmed.
Sama-sama.
Yeah. Mengibarkan. This is when a flag is rising up, yeah? This word. Okay. Biasanya di upacara official mengibarkan bendera.
Yeah, what is your translation?
Like usually in official event, flag is rising.
Good. Terima kasih. Nurul Huda.
Yeah.
Number 9.
Yeah. Ada banyak acara meriah di semua desa di Indonesia selama hari kemerdekaan.
Iya.
There are many festive events in all villages in Indonesia during the Independence Day.
Good, thank you. Number 10. Fatia.
Peringatan karena Anda melakukannya.
Repeat it, please.
Peringatan karena Anda melakukannya.
Okay. What do you translate it?
I'm warning you because you did it.
Okay. It's it is a very informal, but it's okay. Latihan 2. Isilah titik-titik di bawah ini dengan kata saja, juga lah, maupun meskipun. And then this is your homework. So you have 2 homework for this meeting. Siapa, but I will give example for number 1 till number 4. Siapa orang yang berdiri di kursi depan itu? Siapakah orang yang berdiri di depan kursi itu? So kah, it is a word added when we asking about something. It is no translation into English, but it is kind of like free morphem into English. Like maybe it's like ion, like, okay, let me write down. It's like this. Like word. So kah in Indonesia, it is same like this in English. It is a marker for the past tense. In Indonesia, kah is a marker for question. Siapakah? Kemanakah? Dimanakah? Siapakah orang yang berdiri di depan kursi itu? Who is standing in front of that chair? Dipahami? Semuanya dipahami atau dimengerti?
Yes. Yes.
Good. Because Indonesia, it doesn't have tenses. In English have tenses. Siapa boleh ikut malam tirakatan? Because this doesn't have question mark, so we use not kah, but siapa saja. It doesn't, So it saja here. Can you see the saja? Because it doesn't have question mark like number 1. Siapa saja boleh ikut malam tirakatan? In this context of the sentence, saja, it doesn't have a translation. but in other word or in the other, sorry, in other sentence or based on the context, it could be translated. Siapa saja boleh ikut malam tirakatan. Anyone can join tirakatan night. So I'm afraid if I translate tirakatan become a night of festival because it is a very specific night for several ethnic in Indonesia. Even I just know it now. Panjat Pinang. So yeah, I will find out Panjat Pinang here because it is one of the most popular competition. Yeah, like this. So why this is a very popular competition? Because upper or at the tree itself, it has a lot of something to take, like money, like bicycle, like even gold. So they are doing it together in order to get the, how do you say, the gift upper the tree of the pinang tree. Foto atau gambarnya bisa dilihat? Can you see the picture? Okay.
Bisa.
And then this picture is Tarik Tambang. Is Tarik Tambang. So, yeah, this is Tarik Tambang. Lomba Tarik Tambang. So,
we have the same.
Yeah. Even yesterday, every single faculty in this university, the rector held pekan olahraga dosen dan staff in order to refresh the mind, the mental of the lecturer and staff. So every last year, at the December, rector held this tarik tambang, football, singing, karaoke, and then cooking. Well, today is for cooking competition. Yeah, be back. Panjat Pinang. So Pinang is the name of a tree that we see before. Lomba yang menjadi favorit masyarakat. Panjat Pinang or climbing Pinang tree is the most favorite for the folks. Kalau tidak bisa datang, bilang titik-titik kepada kepala desa. Bilang apa ya? Bilang saja. Sorry?
Maaf, just want to ask about previous sentences. What did you put? Panjat Pinang, and then?
Panjat Pinang. Panjat Pinang adalah, adalah? Oh, juga, pun, meskipun, walaupun, sudah, juga. Oh, juga. Panjat Pinang juga lomba yang paling favorit masyarakat.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot it. Juga. Panjat Pinang juga. If we put saja is a word like only. It is loosely translated into only. Juga is to. Lah, it doesn't have translation, but it is kind of like this. Pergilah, maksudnya mean it is kind of like imperative word. Pergilah, bangunlah. It's like in English like go. Kalokah it's for questions, pun, to, meskipun it's although, walaupun it's also although. Panjat Pinang juga lomba yang menjadi favorit masyarakat. For number 4, kalau tidak bisa datang, bilang saja kepada kepala desa. So if you cannot come, please say to the head of the village or the chief of the village. Okay. Now for number 12, I think it's very easy. For number 15, akan titik-titik dia pergi kalau uangnya tidak cukup. I think this is the number 15 also easy because you have to add a particle for the questions. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Before we end our meeting, has anyone want to tell the story of their Independence Day? Like, I have a great grandfather, and then he has responsibility to prepare a meal for the villagers when the Independence Day, when the process of struggling to take Independence Day of Indonesia, and then it's kind of like because that history, when I go around to my village, like they are saying like, oh, your grandfather is very kind, like that. Tidiane, do you have a story?
No.
Okay. So Indonesia is a democratic country. Yeah, that's the system by using Republic of Indonesia. Okay, I think that's all for the recording. I will send it. Did you get my recordings, Kos? Dapatkah kalian melihat rekaman saya? Yang kemarin-kemarin? That yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay. So guys, this is the end of our meeting. I hope you... Yeah, ada pertanyaan? Do you have any questions?
Could you please write your email? Because I want to send the homework, the previous homework.
Okay, I will write down. My email is my full name. Okay, this is it, my email.
Yeah, thank you.
And then it at UTS, the name of the institution, .ac academy, ID is the code for Indonesia. If I'm not mistaken, Australia is using EDU instead of AC. EDU is Indonesian spelling. EDU is EDU, education. This is for Australia.
Thank you.
Oke, terima kasih semuanya karena sudah hadir di kelas ini. Saya harap kalian bisa berbicara bahasa Indonesia. Dan saya percaya bahwa belajar bahasa itu adalah sesungguhnya belajar budaya. I hope that you can speak bahasa Indonesia as like a native speaker, and I believe that when you start to study language, you start to study that culture. So that's why several language institutions in the one university, they tend to, or they prefer to name that faculty become Faculty of Cultural Sciences instead of Faculty of Letter. Because when you try to, for example, study Arabic language, well, you study the way they think, you study the way they live, and then you study how the culture it is. And also when you study English language too. Has anyone have English language as their first language here? Alexandra, I think Alexandra has Belarus for your first language.
Yeah, we speak Belarusian and the Russian language.
Oh, Russia for national language. What about Sandra? What is your national language and your vernacular tongue or mother tongue?
Mother tongue is Shona, but then official language is English.
Wow, excellent. So you must be excellent in English. Yeah. What about Tidiane? What is your mother tongue and what is your national language?
Our official language is French.
Oh, French. Wow.
Yeah.
Gurzu. Very difficult. What is your mother tongue, Tidiane?
Yeah, my town now.
I mean your vernacular language. Like me, Bimanis is my mother tongue or vernacular language. Bahasa Indonesia is my national language.
Yeah, French.
Is French your mother tongue also?
Yes. Yes.
Nurul Huda, what is your mother tongue and your national language?
Yeah, Arabic, both.
Both. What about Fatia Hassan?
Somali.
Arabic, both.
No, Somali, then the second language, Arabic.
Oh, so second language is kind of like national language?
No, they just taught us at school.
Oh, yeah. So Somali. What about Ahmed? What is your mother tongue and your second language?
Yeah, it's both Arabic.
Oh, Jonathan, what is your mother tongue and national language?
Spanish, both.
Oh, both. Yeah. Muhammad.
Yeah, both.
Oh, Arabic both. Okay. Thank you for sharing. And then don't forget you have your homework in this textbook. It's number 5 to number 15. And then also you have kind of like compilation in choose one hero or heroine. Which one do you like to choose? And then tell their story, starting from their childhood and from their battle maybe, or from their struggle in order to get Independence Day of your own country. Or maybe whatever the story do you like about hero or heroine. Thank you very much for coming, and then see you when I see you.
Terima kasih banyak.
Terima kasih banyak.
Terima kasih banyak.
Terima kasih banyak.
Yeah.